Thanks to the support as a channel member, Nathan Rowley. Yeah, I never doubted it for a second either. Here we go. Final 2 games of the season. Inexplicably in with a chance of the playoffs. I agree. I am just that good. Hello and welcome to part 57 of Holiday Home. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, maybe, dare we believe, maybe, just maybe, there is the smallest of small possibilities of a backdoor Kev situation, because we find ourselves with 2 games to go before the end of the season, still in with a chance of making it into the playoffs. That's right, the playoffs we've been nowhere near all year long, but look at this form we've been in at the end of this season. We are just winning all of the football matches. And like I say, we find ourselves in with a chance. We're 5 points behind Ponferrada, who are playing right now and currently losing 2-0 at home to already relegated Andorra, who we beat in the last match. So if they lose that and we win, we go into the final day only 2 points behind them. Oh, let's go do it, shall we? So, our team, we play Valladolid, who are 1 place below us. So they're probably thinking very similar things to what I'm thinking. They could really punish me here for being so disrespectful about their name for so long, which would hurt, not as much as it hurts me never learning to say their name, though. But to be fair, do I look Spanish to you? It's Rodrigo in goal, a back four of Guigan, Serrano, Galdino and Ivan. Alex Boxall at the base of the midfield. Gary and Rabiu ahead of him. Martinez Perez on the left. Sandoval on the right. Tiddy and Diop up front, who, by the way, you probably are like, who's up front, Kev? Like, the best striker we've ever had. 12 goals, 7 assists, 5 man of the matches, a 7.14. That run of form that we're on is all thanks to this guy just being sensational. Although, to be fair, he's not actually played that well while we've been winning, but he scored lots of goals to get us up front and ready for it. He actually won the league's player of the month one month as well. So he is, he's mad. He is mad. He is great. We are going to try and do a backdoor Kev here. Ultimately, if Andorra do us a favour, and we win here, we go into the final day of the season with it all to play for. And that is something that even in our last episode, we'd already written off as being any kind of possibility. It has been an incredible end to this season. Mrs. Wearmouth is trying to tie me down for another year. I am very much playing hard to get. It's difficult to know what the thing to do is. Our financial situation, we've got over £1 million in the bank now because of the TV money that's been coming in this year. So presumably we are going to be given some kind of transfer budget, a usable wage budget this summer. There is definitely the possibility, oh, sugar plums, of a summer rebuild. Oh my word. Oh my word. Well, when it's meant to be, boys and girls, please just, oh, for goodness sake. It was all going so well until I pressed record on the video. Never press record on the video, kids. Oh, of course, this lot are the ones who've got Tosin in their team. They've got this wonder team of players I've actually heard of. And they've got no business being below us in the league. And we're not going to be able to beat them. It's all coming flooding back to me now. This is just Football Manager doing that thing it does to keep me interested until the end of the season, giving us just that little slither of hope, but then taking it away just as it gets interesting. Because as it stands right now, we can no longer get promoted. And it could just all be over right there. I love Football Manager sometimes. But as I was saying, even if this doesn't go our way today, and I don't expect it to, I am quite realistic. Even if we make it into the playoffs, we're obviously not going to win them. We're obviously not good enough. We've got the lowest wage budget in the league by a gazillion miles, but we've got the potential to do something pretty special for next season if we get some sensible budgets to play with. I know we've got a poll active on the channel at the moment where we're trying to decide if we do one more year of this save on FM23 or if we do the lollujo Cup. I have recently come to the realization that there is an option 3. Option 3 would be we do one more year on FM24 to test the save backwards compatibility feature. It would only be 1 year. It would probably be one video during the beta period of the game, but that is there as a secret option 3 as well. So one way or another, we are definitely going to see 1 more year. Oh, we'll see. We're 2-0 down, so all hearts have been broken for this year. And remember, this team is going to look very different next year because we're going to be bringing in new players to replace the ones who aren't good enough. And the 18 loans that were here will all be gone. So it's all so sad. It's all so very sad. Come on, boys. We can turn this around from here. We can turn this ship around, surely. Sandoval out to Ivan. Whip that crossing. In fact, he's played it into Sandoval. There's Diop. And there's 1 goal back. The dream is back on. We're 2-1 down, but I don't know what I'm doing with my fingers, but I'm getting very excited about the prospect of magic happening. Oh, it's a good finish from Diop as well. If we can grab the equaliser before half-time, I'll start believing again. All right. Come on, then. Woo! Boys, do football. Do a football, please. Come on. Now, do it. I apologise for clapping right next to the microphone, but I'm sure you'll agree, needs must. The boys needed the encouragement, and your eardrums will recover. Martinez Perez can't quite get there ahead of the Valladolid player. And, they're in behind here, and this is not ideal. Somebody kick him in the eyes. That's it. The dream is over. At least we didn't get relegated. That was the goal coming into this season. Remember, we came into this season fully expecting to be relegated. The fact we've come so close to the playoffs shows just how annoying Football Manager can be sometimes. There's no mid-table seasons in Football Manager. Let me know down in the comments section if you've ever had a mid-table season in Football Manager, because I don't know if I have. We're always in a relegation battle or a promotion push. I don't think mid-table exists in FM. It's just not a thing. Right, Guigan plays it into Martinez Perez. I mean, we've got to score from this move to have any kind of hope. And I think the hope has just gone. Hope is gone. All hope is lost. Valladolid are probably going to get promoted. And they deserve it. I've never bothered to learn how to say their name. It's too complicated. It's a good save from Rodrigo. But the move continues. For goodness sake, what's happening here? Right, we're going attacking. We're demanding more. Come on, boys, do a football. We're at the wrong end of the pitch. What is going on? Right, now, attack. Come on, boys. This is potentially the last video ever. Not my last video ever, the last home video ever. We've got to end on a high. Diop can't quite. This Serrano guy's causing problems, isn't he? It's astute analysis from me. Now he's already got a hat-trick and he's about to add his 4th. But he has been something of a problem. Right, Rodrigo, lump the ball up the pitch. Somebody do a... Oh, for sake. What do I have to do to get a football out of you idiots? Right. We've got a Serrano of our own. I think he's letting his brother score all the goals. Ivan Mutt has the opportunity to make himself a hero. Come on, boys. We can't demand... I need to demand more. There you go, demand more. Come on, boys. Come on now. Let us at least go into the last day with a dream. We don't want a... Well, that moment from Joffrey was where it all ended. That guy has scored 8 goals this season. 4 of them have been against us today. I just hate this game. Oh my word, I hate this game. I'm going to start a Minecraft channel. I've had enough of this. This is absurd. Having a little bit of a chuckle and just Football Manager things. It's not okay anymore. Oh. Well, I mean, I feel like this is just a typical sentence for me to say at this stage. It's been a good season. We've done our very best, but my heart has just been broken by this guy who's not even a striker. I mean, where's he got 4 goals in a match from? He's scored more goals in that match than he has in all but 2 of the seasons in his career. And one of them is just because he scored 4 against us in one match. He's been a professional footballer for 15 years and never got a hat-trick before. Never mind 4. He's scored 30 goals in his entire 15-year professional career, and 4 of them were against us in a match we had to win. I hate it. Well, this is probably going to be the final game of the save then, depending on how that poll has gone. Obviously, I am recording this about a week in advance, so I have no idea, but potentially final game of Holme FC ever. And it's Rodrigo in goal, a back four of Zafra, Serrano, Zander and Guigan. Alex Boxall at the base of the midfield, Bernal and Rabiot ahead of him, Ivan Mutt on the left, Sandoval on the right, Ivan Luis up front. We have literally nothing to play for. We just would like to go out with a bang, please. We've had a lovely time. We've come painfully close to the promised land in a stupidly fast amount of time, and we've just run out of time before FM24. And it's a little bit of a shame. How many of you are out there cursing the Man City save for existing now? Because imagine if we'd have started this a month earlier, we'd have had 3 or 4 more seasons. Would have been a mid-table La Liga team saying goodbye. But yeah, it's sad. It's going to be sad knowing that realistically I'm never going to manage Holme again either, because you just have to look by the number of views we got just on episode 1 of this series, that lots of people voted with their feet and decided they weren't interested in seeing Holme anymore. So I've learned my lesson there. This is it. So enjoy it, boys and girls, because Holme is never coming back. Boo and hiss. Right. Let's end with a win. Can we bring Mick Powell on? Is that a thing that's possible to do? I'd quite like to bring Mick Powell on for the final 20 minutes. If only I had the editor turned on, so I could. That would be a lovely moment to end the series. Have Powell and Harris up front one more time, and all have a little bit of a cry, knowing we're never, ever, ever, ever going to see it again. But yeah, nothing seems to be happening in the actual football. There's just a lot of passing it around the back four of Dijon. The mustard people. It's not that. That's Dijon, isn't it? Is Dijon like Dijon? Do they do mustard there as well? Is that known for? I don't know. Is that known for mustard? Let me know down in the comments section what's a good Spanish mustard, and I'll keep an eye out. I'm just very upset about what's happened. I can't concentrate about what's going on. I've had my little rant in between the 2 matches, and now all I care about is mustard, quite frankly. I ate a curry earlier today with a white shirt on. Didn't make a stain. I've got nothing to say. It's broken me. 4 goals in a match, and he hadn't. Oh, I still don't get it. Still don't understand how it happened. I've had enough. Give me FM24. Is it out tomorrow? It better be out tomorrow. I can't do another season of this. It's finished me off. 4 goals in a match from a guy who's not even a striker and has never scored 4 goals in his life before. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And people say I don't care about Football Manager. Oh, I care. Oh, I'm going to go and just have a little cry and a little lie down. And then it'll all be fine. Why does it have to tease us like this? Why couldn't we just finish 5 points clear of relegation, secure our safety 2 games before the end of the season, and have a nice little... Well, that was a good... We did well there, didn't we? What we've actually had is the lollujo 2 video that came out this morning was cracking. It was just win, 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 win. Everything was going brilliantly. It was lovely. And then we get a kick in the nuts like that one. And we're now 20 points ahead of where we ever hoped to be. And it feels awful. Oh, goodness me. Football, eh? I genuinely wouldn't wish it on anybody. I'm not even talking about Football Manager now, just football in general. If you're out there and you've got young kids, do them a favour, never get them into football. It's rubbish. Oh, goodness. We're not even going to score in this one, are we? Can we do a football, please? Alex Boxall plays it forward. Absolutely aimlessly. And we've just not looked like scoring in this match, have we? Serrano, I can't even read that name without getting angry. We should have sent him back to his parent club just because his name sounds like the guy who broke everybody's heart. Sandoval to Zander. Who's going to score the final goal of the save? Somebody. Won't somebody do a football? Cross comes in. Rabiot. It should be him. It's Diop, though. And I think we are going to win on the final day. I mean, it would have been perfect for Rabiot, our captain, our Mick Powell of this save, a man who more than any other deserves a knighthood. But we don't. I mean, do you get knighthoods in Nigeria/Spain? Sir Joseph Rabiot, I think he deserves it. If he'd have scored there, he'd have got it. He's still got time. He hasn't. I'm about to substitute him. But I want everyone on their feet. I want a standing ovation for Joseph Rabiot because he has been the star of the save. What a man. I think we are going to win on the final day. And if anything, that makes it feel even worse because we've won like 8 of our last 10 games. And if we hadn't have had that absolutely absurd result against Valladolid, nearly, if we hadn't have had that absolutely absurd freak result against them, we actually could have been in the playoffs. How far out have we missed by? Let's have a look. So we are with 3 points outside of the playoffs. If we'd have beaten Valladolid, we'd have been in them. Football Manager, you absolute swine. Why must you be the way that you are? That makes me feel a little bit better. It's now a 5-point gap, so we couldn't have got in anyway. I actually do feel a little bit better seeing that. That one result isn't what's cost us. We could have won both matches and it wouldn't have mattered. And that is reassuring. I'll actually sleep tonight now. I still can't see that guy's name. He's not coming back next year. I can't have any association with a Serrano for the rest of my life. Ivan Luis plays it into the path of Diop, who grabs his second of the game. He has been sensational. He's only on loan though, so you wouldn't have had him for another year. But he has been very, very good. 2-0, final day of the season. This is how good we've been on that little run. We actually did turn into a good team, and we've ended the save with a good team who have got money in the bank and a potential future. And I am talking about the fact the save is officially done. But that being said, I am going to hit continue just a couple of times just to see what we could have won. And if Mrs. Wearmouth comes out with the right kind of financial package right now, maybe, just maybe, she needs to double the wage budget. Right, here we go. Do we do one more year? It needs to be like 70 or 80 grand a week for it to be enough of a difference maker to tempt me. And it is, if I was a monster at this point, we just cut to the end and you never find out. Screen fades to black. It's not enough. That's not enough of a difference maker. That would cover what we're currently spending. And I think even, to convince me to go again, we'd need to be able to improve the team. And with that kind of budget, we literally can't. So even with money in the bank, with the club in a higher league than we ever thought possible to get to, next season would just be the same again. It would be mid-table. So I actually feel a little bit better about ending the series there. So the plan from here, unless I have a change of heart. I'm recording this before I go to Disneyland. You're now watching it after I've got back. I might have had a change of heart. We might squeeze a little bit more in, but the plan from here, we'll do 5 years in the future to see what happened next. We'll do the lollujo Cup, and we will do one more year as a one-off video in FM24 to see how that feature works. But other than that, we are done with Holme. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the support. For those of you who stuck around throughout the entire series, it is very much appreciated. This one has been one of the more challenging series that I've done on YouTube, not from a Football Manager perspective, but just from seeing the views drop to the level they've dropped. I've not had views of this kind of level for a long time, and for a series that I've loved, for a club and an idea that I loved, it's stung a little bit. But thank you to those of you who stuck on board until the very end. And we're just going to move on to bigger and better and more exciting things for FM24. It's all uphill from here, boys and girls. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribed, leave a like on this video, and roll on FM24. We've got some spectacular stuff planned. Thank you very much for watching.